What is up, guys? Welcome to another live session. Today is September 30th, 2019, and it is NFP week this week, so we're back at it again on the charts. NFP week is the first week of every month, so this Friday we're going to have pretty much the biggest report known in Forex, the unemployment report from the U.S. Bureau, and it's also the unemployment rate. So it's going to be a major market mover, especially for all the majors. Usually during this week, you might have some consolidation until then, or a lot of fake outs and whatnot. A lot of weird stuff tends to happen. Historically, I've never been a fan of trading NFP week, but the last two NFP weeks have been pretty good to us. So we're gonna, take that same approach. I believe the last two NFP weeks we took 6 trades each week, so we really were picky with what setups we took. And if we look at our economic calendar, today is pretty, not too bad, but I believe there's going to be some Aussie. So tomorrow is going to be the rate statement at 12:30 a.m. Eastern. It's a bit of a weird time, but 12:30 a.m. Eastern, and then throughout London we have GovLow speaking, and then we have CAD GDP, manufacturing PMI for the dollar. Let's see, Wednesday. Man, this week is jam-packed. Wednesday, so the ADP. This will be pretty much a nice prediction for Friday's results. Crude oil inventories, okay. Thursday, non-manufacturing PMI, retail sales. So it's looking like Thursday and Wednesday would probably be the quietest days. On obviously Friday, trade balance, average hourly earnings, NFP, unemployment, and Powell speaking. So we're pretty accustomed to the general format, what happens during the week, and how stuff moves. If you want more info, Daily Effects has some really good articles. Today what we're talking about is the euro suffers as US dollar hits 2019 peak. So we're going to look at the dollar index, and US dollar is the preferred safe haven. So if you looked at a lot of your charts, you can see a lot of the pairs against the yen have gained, and also against the Swiss franc. So the Swiss franc and yen are taking a backseat as being a safe haven. And as we can see on the euro, the dollar has kind of taken over. Our target of 1.08600 is coming into play. What we had last night during the London session, we had a nice break below 1.09280. So ideally, we want to retrace up to here to get our short down here. Obviously, if we enter short now, it's not going to be worth it. 1.39, it's not worth in my opinion. We always like to go at least 1.5 and above, but hopefully we can get that retrace. But a pretty simple setup. You had that break, retest, rejection, and I believe on a smaller time frame there was an entry for those that were up at that time. So yeah, there was. So so what I mean by that break retest is we created support, right? We reacted off. We had that break on this red candle, but we can see none of the green candles ever came up to actually retest it. When it did, it closed above, but then we finally got that rejection on this candle right here, this one right here. If you entered short, you would have been well on the way to 1.08600, but we are kind of retracing, so that's good for us. I was asleep during this time, so maybe we can get an entry somewhere up here. We have a really tight stop loss. So just to paint this out, this was our break, retest, rejection, right? Hopefully that's clear to you all. And it is Monday, so we'll see what happens. Gold could be a nice, I just wanted to see the daily. So yeah, daily looks bearish on the euro, continuing to go lower, 1.08600. Gold, I'm expecting shorts for gold below 1480. Shit, even now, excuse my language, but even now, you can probably go. Uh, damn, did this just drop now? Okay, cool. Yeah, you can actually short gold now. Let me actually adjust this level just to make it best fit. Wow, you can enter gold shorts pretty much now. And what I mean by that is, let me actually put up the levels, but a simple concept, man. So 1486, the line we just adjusted. You can see it was support here, support here, support here, support here. Pretty important support for gold, right? We've been pretty much held up. What we had on the hour time frame was the break, so a closure, a retest on this green candle, a rejection on this bearish candle. It's time to go low for gold. Now for stops, so this is gonna be a nice long swing trade. Our stop's gonna be a bit, a bit larger. Pardon me, a bit larger than we're used to. Just so we can give it some room to breathe on NFP week. So we have a series of lower lows and lower highs being made on gold. Let's pop to the 4 hour to see where we can potentially put our stops. And yeah, this screams short to me. So first target would be 1452 or 1450. Looking to the left, it's the first time in some time that we've actually closed below any of these wicks. You can see we've wicked down here previously, but we never had that candle closure. And same thing again. You see this huge wick. We've never got that closure, but sellers were able to push down. It's looking like we're going lower. So this is a 2.11 risk reward trade. So those are for those that are on the live session. You can enter now. These are the levels we're looking at. Let me look to the left to see some take profit levels. So take profit 1 should be right above these wicks, right at 1475 area. So guys, enter now. I'm gonna call the signal after, but enter now. This would be take profit 1. I'd update take profit 2 maybe somewhere in between here and here. But enter now. Stop is at 1495. Let's say 1495. And let's see where gold takes us. So first trade of the day. I don't usually want to rush into trades on Monday, but this is a setup that is too good not to enter. What's up, Jared? What is up? And if you're watching this on YouTube, please sign up for our portal. This way I can talk to you in the chat and I don't have to have 2 different tabs open for YouTube and portal. Right now you can see on my screen I do not have the YouTube chat open. So go on our portal. It is free to just sign up for the free membership for Mondays and Fridays, and you can chat here. So gold, euro. I don't want to make this session too long. It is Monday, short and sweet. We are still in our pound shorts, so remember that. Pound Aussie and pound dollar. I'm still in it, and you should be too. I told you guys on Friday we're gonna let them play out. Dollar strength should bring this down lower. We already have taken profits and have stops entry, so let it play. The setup is still there. Analysis is still holding. Not too much to talk about, especially when we're in profit. USD yen. As gold goes up, USD yen should go higher. And if we go to the daily, we can see our potential long. Last week we talked about potential long after we broke 108.800. We never got that break. Maybe we're going to pop back up, maybe make another attempt here. Once we get to 108.800, if we get any of these reactions like we did previously, we'll short it. If we get a close above, which we failed to do in the past, we'll long it. The long seems more likely if gold drops. Odd CHF, let's see how our swing trade is going. Hanging in there. Probably consolidating. I think I did tell you guys to get out, but I just wanted to see. Yeah, so expect the safe havens to just be weak. Let's look at USD CHF for us to end this session off. Yeah, so a lot of these pairs are going to be gaining against the safe havens. USD CHF, let's look to the left. Now, USD CHF was one of my favorite pairs to trade, but the trade war has kind of made it a weird pair to trade in terms of price action. If you look at previous price action, it was nice and clean, nice and clean. If you look at recent price action, it's been really mumbled and jammed in together. You can't really know what to make sense of this move right here. It is, all geopolitical and whatnot, so not really looking to enter any Swiss pairs or even yen pairs. Maybe yen pairs, as there is a potential buy for euro yen. It might be a short now. So let me actually move some of these levels. Some of these were take profit levels from way back. Okay, so USD yen is at hourly support, as you can see, at 117,600. Okay, hourly support here. There's an intraday long if you want to take it. Even if you're a scalper, you can get some pips. But that might be a likely scenario, even though Euro USD yen is looking. Even though Euro USD is looking to go lower, you could have an intraday, long potentially on USD yen. I wouldn't bank on it, but it is possible. It's not a setup I'm dying for. The weekly is still pretty bearish. Ever since we've closed out of our weekly trend line, the viewpoint's been bearish, and it's actually a pretty decent retrace. And if we bring out the fibs, it might actually show us. If we go from our last swing high to our swing low, you can see we're reacting off the 50 fib level to the T, going down lower. So actually scratch this. I would not be surprised if we do go lower. Okay. So let me remove this, and we can see once again with the fibs, our swing high to our swing low. You can see a nice retrace to our 50 fib level. Could go lower. So that's our bias for the week. If gold plays out, then we'll reset. Our 300 pips will be there for the taking. But yeah, so let's wait for euro to hopefully retrace. If it doesn't, then there'll be other setups. But yeah, it's not looking like it's gonna retrace. Based on this candle, it's looking like it's gonna go down lower. You see what I mean? Like this 2.27 risk to reward. Even then, what could happen is it could just spike back up. This candle can fill, do a wick fill, come back up here, and then go lower. But this is why the last session is important. And even if you're in different time zones, you can still benefit, because for those that are in UK or Asia or just European Union in general, if you paid attention to Friday's live session, you could have gotten on this candle closure or even this one, and could be in profits right now. But for us on the Eastern Coast in New York, we're gonna have to pray that we get that retrace up here, or just let it be. The main thing is the analysis was right. So yeah, if anything, we can look for potentials from down here if we get a break below to lows below here. But yeah, this is Monday session, pretty short and sweet. I don't think there's any pair recommendations for the day, but Euro USD down, gold down, pound dollar, we're gonna let it run, pound Aussie, we're gonna let it run. Aussie CHF, we're out. Let's look at pound Aussie since we are still in it. And Yes, pound Aussie's hanging in there. Just let it be. So, another great session, Monday session. I will see you guys, the paid guys, tomorrow. Hopefully by tomorrow we're in a trade or two and some profit. So it is NFP week, guys. So make sure you're safe. You're not taking any unnecessary risks. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm RP Forex. I'm logging off. Take care and happy trading.